Your 20s are wild. You're figuring out who you are, what you want to do, maybe paying rent for the first time, maybe getting that first paycheck that makes you feel rich, until you realize half of it disappeared in a week. I get it. No one teaches us how to handle money. You go through school learning calculus, algebra, and Shakespeare, but not how to file taxes or build credit or even building wealth. Nobody teaches you how to start a business and run it smoothly. So today, I'm breaking down the 7 biggest money mistakes people make in their 20s and how you can avoid them. If you get these right early, your 30-year-old self is going to be so thankful. Let's jump right in. Mistake number 1, not having a budget. Let's be real, most people hate budgeting. It sounds boring and restrictive. But here's the truth. A budget isn't about restriction. It's about awareness. Aiden's setting things straight money-wise. If you don't know where your money is going, your money is controlling you, not the other way around. You are the one working to get that money. You should control it. You don't need some crazy spreadsheet. Try a simple method like the 50-30 Estonia rule. 50% on needs rent, food, bills, 30% on wants fun, subscriptions, travel, 20% on savings or debt payoff. Even using a budgeting app like Mint, YNAB, or Notion templates can help you stay organized. The first time you track every expense, you'll be shocked. You'll realize you're spending $200 a month on coffee and DoorDash, and once you see it, you can fix it, because the money you don't track will always find a way to disappear. Mistake number 2, ignoring your credit score. When you're 20, your credit score seems like a distant adult problem, but it affects everything. Renting an apartment, getting a car loan, and even landing some jobs. Here's what most people don't realize. You need credit to build credit. So if you've never had a credit card or loan, you probably have a thin or non-existent credit file. Here's how to start. 1. Get a secured credit card or a student card with a small limit. 2. Use it for small purchases, gas, groceries, and pay it off in full every month. 3. Keep your credit utilization under 30%. Pay on time, every time, and within a year, your credit will start climbing. A good credit score can save you thousands in interest over your lifetime. It's like an invisible GPA for adulthood. Start building it early. Mistake number 3, not starting to invest early. This one hurts the most, waiting too long to invest. If you only remember one thing from this video, it's this. Time is your biggest money advantage in your 20s. Thanks to compound interest, money invested now grows exponentially. For example, let's say you invest just $200 a month starting at age 22. At a 7% average return by age 60, that becomes $450,000. If you wait until age 32 to start, you'll have just $215,000. That's half, just because you waited 10 years. So, the time is now. So even if you can only invest a little, start today. Use apps like Vanguard, Fidelity, or even beginner platforms like Robinhood or Public. Focus on index funds. They're low cost, diversified, and have historically outperformed most managed funds. Remember, you don't need to time the market. You just need time in the market. Mistake number 4, lifestyle inflation. This one's sneaky. You get your first job, your first real paycheck, and suddenly you feel rich. So you start spending like it. Then you get a raise, and somehow you're still broke. That's called lifestyle inflation, and it's what keeps most people stuck in the rat race. If you make $50,000 and spend $45,000, you're saving $5,000. If you get a raise to $70,000 and now spend $68,000, your savings didn't really improve. You just upgraded your lifestyle. Instead, each time your income goes up, keep your expenses the same for a while. Let that raise build your savings and investments. It's not about depriving yourself. It's about buying freedom instead of stuff. Trust me, peace of mind feels way better than the latest iPhone. Mistake number 5, not having an emergency fund. Emergencies will happen, a car breakdown, medical bill, or losing your job. And if you don't have an emergency fund, you'll end up relying on credit cards or loans. That's how financial spirals start. Start with a goal of $1,000. Once you hit that, aim for 3 to 6 months of your expenses in a high-yield savings account. This money isn't for investing, it's for sleeping better at night. When an emergency hits and you have cash ready, you'll feel like a superhero. Mistake number 6, not learning about taxes and retirement accounts. This one's big and boring, I know. But taxes and retirement accounts are where you can legally save thousands of dollars. When you're young, start learning about 401ks, Roth IRAs, and HSAs. If your job offers a 401k match, that's free money. Take it. If you can open a Roth IRA, do it. You pay taxes now, and your money grows tax-free forever. And no, you don't need to max it out on day one. Even $50, $100 a month makes a difference. Also, use tax apps or watch YouTube tutorials on how to file for taxes. Understanding taxes early saves you headaches, and maybe a few $1,000s later. Mistake number 7, trying to impress people with money. I get it, it's tempting to show off when you start making money. But here's the truth, real wealth is quiet. Broke people try to look rich. Rich people quietly build wealth. You don't need to drive a luxury car or wear designer clothes to be successful. The only person you should be competing with is your past self. Instead of chasing status, chase freedom. The kind of freedom that lets you say no to things that don't serve you. Bonus mistake, thinking you have time. Here's a bonus mistake, thinking you'll get serious about money later. Later never comes. Every year you wait, you lose the magic of compounding, and habits get harder to build. So start imperfectly. You don't need to know everything. Just start with one habit, maybe tracking expenses, opening your first investment account, or paying down a small debt. Your 20s are about building the foundation. You don't have to be rich, just intentional. So let's recap. The biggest money mistakes people make in their 20s. 1. No budget. 2. Ignoring credit. 3. Not investing early. 4. Lifestyle inflation. 5. No emergency fund. 6. Ignoring taxes and retirement accounts. 7. Trying to impress others. And that bonus, thinking you have time. Avoid even half of these, and you'll be decades ahead of most people your age. To be on the safe side, here's a quick summary of how to avoid the mistakes. 1. Have a budget, whether weekly or monthly. 2. Don't ignore credit card scores. 3. Invest early, even if you're late. Start as soon as you realize that. 4. Avoid lifestyle inflation. 5. Have emergency funds set aside. 6. Have retirement accounts and don't ignore taxes. 7. Don't try to impress others. Save yourself for future freedom. Bonus, you don't have all the time in the world. Use the little time you have well. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button. It really helps more people find this content. And if you're serious about leveling up your finances, watch my next video, how the average person can reach financial independence in 5 years. Subscribe, and I'll see you there.